We started our YouTube channel off in the best way possible. Welcome to Crocs in the Kitchen.
I'm Jessica.
And I am Brian. 1 year ago, pretty much from this day, we posted our very first YouTube video.
Yeah.
And it was an exciting time for us. It was a stressful time, but it was all in all one of the best experiences and started one of the best adventures that we've ever been on.
So we thought we would recreate the scene a bit here, put on the same clothes.
Yeah, I had to dig this one out because it's like I couldn't wear it anymore.
It's a little bit big on him now, but you know. So yeah, we are going to do something really fun today. We've been wanting to do this for a while. We're gonna rewatch our very first YouTube video, which if you guys remember, was the one where we ate potatoes for 2 weeks and we went a little nutty.
Yep.
And we're gonna do like a reaction to it.
Yep.
So let's go sit down and get the video out and start watching.
Let's get to watching. All right, you ready for this?
I guess it's now or never.
Let's do it. Oh, first off, the title for this video is 800-Pound Couple Tries Potato Diet for 2 Weeks, inspired by Penn, Jillette, Kevin Smith, and Ray Cronise. And as of viewing this, it almost has 400,000 views on it, which is just absolutely incredible. So, but let's actually get into this video now. We started our diet in the dumbest way possible.
I've heard that line so many times.
All right, first off, kudos to my coworker who actually made the intro with the like it being written like that. I did all the other audio stuff for it, and Jessica actually designed the logo.
Yeah.
So it took 3 people to actually make this thing happen.
But I like the fact that our intro has not changed. Like since our first video, we had it set up that way, and we've done it the entire way through.
Same way every time. All right. Hi, I'm Brian.
And I'm Jessica. Welcome to Crocs in the Kitchen. We're a married couple who live in St. Louis, Missouri with my baby boy, Oliver. Ooh, baby boy.
And my baby girl, Scout.
Aww.
Plus, a ton of her plush animals. Pausing it.
No,
3,
don't pause
2,
it.
1. Yeah.
No.
All the peeps.
Keep going, keep going. That's gone. They're not, that's not even all of them.
That's not even all of them.
Okay.
All right, continuing.
Wait, where's Peef?
I don't know.
That was my favorite. You need to do that again.
This show started because we were really, really fat.
Oh my God, look at my arm
And we decided
flub.
to lose weight again.
Again. I got so mad. I almost made Brian edit the entire video and like put a picture over it or something because I was so mad that my arms were like so flubby in that part. And
all right.
The first comment we got on it about my arms, I was like, okay, go on.
All right.
So we lost a bunch of weight before we got married 7 years ago, and we'd each lost over 100 pounds, just counting calories and doing, you know, the normal working out and all that stuff. But then we got married, and we went on our honeymoon and sort of never came back. So we never really got back on track after that. We never lost any more weight. We tried over the years everything that we could think of to try to lose weight, but nothing has really worked.
So I was at work one day on my lunch break, and I was watching a video of Kevin Smith talking to Joe Rogan, and he talked about how he had a heart attack, and he's not that much older than me, and then did this crazy thing of eating potatoes for 2 weeks that he learned from reading Penn Jillette's book, Presto.
Presto.
How he made 100 pounds disappear. So after watching that interview, I came home, I told Jessica, I was like, hey, I watched this really crazy thing. This dude I like, he, ate potatoes for 2 weeks and then started a diet doing something else. And I was like, why not do that? Let's do that.
So I kind of thought Brian was a little crazy, but I was I was willing to do anything at that point. I just wanted to get us back on track. I just wanted to get us healthy. So basically, the next few weeks, I started reading Presto, and I read the entire book, and I was like, you know what? Penn says don't take advice from a Vegas magician, but at the same time, he lost a ton of weight, and you know, it seems like something that could work for us. So I started researching it and figuring out what he did after the 2 weeks of potatoes. And it turns out a lot of that was based on Eat to Live by Dr. Joel Fuhrman. So I started reading that as well while we were eating our potatoes for 2 weeks. And, you know, it basically, we didn't really know exactly what we were going to do, but we just had 2 weeks of potatoes to figure out what we were going to do next.
So June 22nd, I myself started out at 514 pounds.
I was approximately 285 at that point.
But we decided that we were actually going to do this. And so June 22nd, we kicked off our 2 weeks of potatoes.
Oh yeah.
Here we go. Here's the song.
Oh my gosh. So a lot of people got confused by this because us standing in the kitchen was filmed a lot later than this footage here. So this footage here was filmed June 22nd, 2018.
Yes.
And the footage in the kitchen was probably around February 2019, like last year.
Yeah.
Right? Because we filmed it, we had filmed it like approximately a month before we put it live because we took a ton of time to get the first video and everything ready to go before we launched it.
I spent a lot of time editing this.
So yes, the timelines in this video were not very well, like, we didn't really, I don't know. Anyway.
Behold, St. Louis in all its glory.
Oh, look how long my hair was.
So we're gonna go potato shopping. So my plan is, I think we're gonna get like
Look how fat we were.
My
3 or 4
face.
different bags of potatoes. Like
Look at my
potatoes,
face, my skin.
russets,
Yeah.
Yukon Gold. Like we're going to Trader
Maybe
Joe's.
some fingerlings or something.
Oh.
I'm big and green today.
Yeah.
That's the way I like it.
So this is the footage that we recreated in the 1-year anniversary video.
Yes.
Everyone really liked. We'll link to that video below.
Okay, this is what we.
Basically, 1 year into, like on June 22nd, 2019, we recreated this whole segment, and we took a long time to line up all the shots and make everything really good.
People thought we were crazy.
So the beginning of that video is you see the clip of us now in this from this footage you're seeing now, and then a year later, and it's just crazy.
Yes.
So we may do that again on June 22nd, 2020, if we can go to a grocery store then, I guess.
Yeah, true.
Because who knows with what's going on now. This moment though, this pause right here on the receipt, the almond toffee dark chocolate.
Yeah.
So this, in the comments of our first video, I think I looked the other day and there's a comment like something like, I didn't know there was an almond toffee dark chocolate variety of potato, and it has like 500 likes on it.
Yeah.
And there's so many comments on this video that pull that out. I didn't even notice it was on there on the receipt until we started seeing some of those comments.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty insane. Basically, I bought that as like part of our last day of binge eating because when we went and did the shopping, basically I just said basically again. When we went and did the shopping, I guess it's June 23rd, 2018. I don't know. Our dates, it's like a few days off from, Anyway, when we did this shopping, we also bought some stuff that was part of our binge eating. So we were out and about. We went to like a bunch of fast food and different kind of places and picked up stuff. And one of the things I really wanted was the almond toffee dark. Why can't I say toffee?
I don't know.
The almond toffee dark chocolate that they have like in the little checkouts in the little bag at Trader Joe's. And so I bought one and ate it on that last day before we started the potato diet the next day.
Yep. Okay, on to the rest of the video.
We got $18 worth of potatoes.
There's a heavy bag of potatoes.
Those Dutch yellows are pretty expensive. The gold
Pretty
ones too.
expensive.
That's a lot of potatoes.
Oh, jeez.
This bag hurts my hand. Let's go.
We were happy to be starting something new, but we had no clue what we were in for.
People obviously think we're crazy.
Look how
You know,
fat
2
I
weeks of
am.
potatoes, that's crazy, you know, whatever. But it's more just like to cleanse your palate of all the food that you've been eating all these years, and you are like used to all the sugar, fat, everything. So potatoes are just something that's somewhat bland. And
Your camera work has
you
not
can just
improved.
Eat them. They're not like.
I'm like laughing and crying at the same time. This is bringing up honestly like emotions in me because I wasn't expecting it. I always get emotional. No, but it's like it's the fact that I have footage of myself on that day that we began this whole thing.
Yeah.
And here we are like almost 2 years later and our whole lives have changed. Like we're in a completely different place. We are so much happier.
Yeah.
Like our lives are completely different and it's just I'm so glad that we filmed this though.
Yeah.
Just to remember those moments and like, I don't know.
All right, continue on.
Like, you know, most people like potatoes, so hopefully they won't be too bad, but we won't be able to add anything. No salt, no anything. Can't add or subtract anything.
So I just prepared
I don't even recognize you
our first
almost.
I know.
round of potatoes. I figured we could
Potatoes.
each try a couple of each kind and see, and then maybe each eat half the sweet potato and see which ones we feel like will
Potato
be
pocket.
best.
Oh my lord.
I still have that shirt.
You're so massive.
I am air frying potatoes
Oh my goodness.
for tomorrow.
Oh, that air fryer is broken now.
Yeah, I broke that air fryer.
Now we got our new fancy one.
Super potatoes.
I still
So we
see
basically
him.
just put it in the air fryer and then we baked them last night and let them cool down, put them in the fridge, and
My
now we'll just take them to
face.
work. So we just have to heat them up for a couple minutes at work, and they taste better that way. I don't know why. Brian found some scientific reason why, but he'll explain that to you. But they taste better when you pre-bake them and then microwave them versus just use the little potato pocket and microwave them. So
All right.
Oh, good pause.
Yes, great pause. So the reason why we cooked them and then cooled them off was because they tasted better. It had nothing to do with resistant starch or any of that. We had no clue
We
what
didn't
that
know
was.
anything about that.
It was purely because they tasted better. Now, a lot of you have said, I don't know how in the world you could have heated them, cooled them, and then heated them up again. Like, they always taste better fresh, blah, blah, blah. It is not true.
They did not.
It is absolutely not true. And there actually is a reason for that. When it cools down and when you heat it back up, you can then also cool it down again. And it's kind of similar to the resistant starch. They say resistant starches are created. But when it's cooled down, more sugar is created in that process. And so they tasted better because there was just a tiny little bit more sugar actually in the potato. And so that's why they tasted better. It is an actual chemical process where it converts from what it is into sugar. So, all right, on to the
We
rest
did
of it.
well for a few days, but eventually things deteriorated and the stress of the mono
Oh, boy.
diet began to take hold.
Here we
Why are you
go.
frustrated?
Cause it's
Oh, geez.
What's frustrating?
It's like eat potatoes. Cook potato, eat potato. This is the equation, not, you know,
Cook potato, eat potato. This is the equation. That's like one of people's favorite quotes from this entire video.
I want to get it on a t-shirt.
You do need that. Okay, here we go. It's the knife scene.
all this other stuff. Cook potato, eat potato. For another week. Cook potato, eat potato.
But it's just a potato.
I'm pretty sure
It's
I
not
made him add that
made for a
text
week
about the
almost.
cutting
You
or the knife.
lost like 15
Safety
pounds
warning.
almost. Like, you need to just get a grip.
Get a grip.
Why are you filming me?
Because you're having a meltdown.
I am having a meltdown.
You're so giant. Also, can I take this moment to point out that one thing that we didn't include in this video, which has been asked so many times because we didn't include it, was how much weight did you lose during these 2 weeks? You would think if someone was doing a video about
2 week potato
two-week
diet.
potato diet, they would say at the end, we lost this much weight. But we had no idea what we were doing. We were just making a video.
Mm-hmm.
So to answer your question, I lost 20 pounds during the 2 weeks and Brian lost 25 pounds. There you go.
Yep.
I
easy
did
peasy.
add it in a comment below, but people still just were mad that we didn't put it in there.
Yep. All right. Continuing.
Why are you filming me?
Because you're having a meltdown.
I am having a meltdown.
You're having a potato meltdown.
Yeah, too many potatoes. But that's not the point. The point the
Get your
potatoes have
beard.
put me on edge. You have pushed me over. That
Oh my
edge.
goodness. That's the other
With
that's
your
the other
weirdness
quote.
about-
The potatoes have put me on
On
edge. You
have
pushed me over that edge.
traveling while eating potatoes.
I'm just trying to figure out how many calories I need when I travel with
Eat.
my potatoes.
Hey, look, our
Eat until
apartment.
you're
Like,
full.
I just am trying to figure out how many potatoes I need. So I was doing this
It's
equation.
the most we've ever shown of our
It's like,
apartment.
how many calories are
Nice
in a
finger in
gram of
there.
potatoes?
Oh, my math.
Potatoes do I need to consume to get 1,200 calories? Because 1,200 is like the very minimum I should be doing. Look at him. He's all frustrated.
Most of you probably didn't notice the little blur that had to happen on there because it actually showed the phone number for the office of the building down below that we live in.
Also, a lot of people commented like, why are you counting calories? Because my brain was still in calorie counting mode. Like, I didn't know we had no idea what we were doing. We were really stupid and just decided to jump into this. We didn't really do a lot of research. We didn't really know what we were doing.
True.
And so we had no idea that the whole calorie thing wasn't really a factor. Like, that wasn't the point of the whole thing. But in my brain, I like math and I like numbers, and I started reading a lot of stuff actually. I have anxiety. I started reading a lot of stuff while we were doing the potato diet. You Google, is this safe, is it not? And people, it's all over the board out there.
Yep.
And so I knew that, 1,200 calories a day is sort of like a standard base level. And so I just wanted to make sure I was hitting that. And I don't know, but yeah,
You were dumb. And I told you that.
We were in meltdown mode.
Yeah, but even in meltdown mode, I was still like, it doesn't matter. Eat the potatoes.
I just wanted to make sure I have enough potatoes on my
Eat
trip.
more potatoes. That's it. If you are hungry when we're eating potatoes,
But I had
eat
to
more
plan
potatoes.
how many I needed. I had to plan how many I needed to bring with me. Are we gonna have the same
Bring
argument
more.
again?
Bring more than what you think. Here we go. All right, continuing on.
Equation I calculated and figured out. That's what I was trying to do.
See?
I was trying to help you too, but I suck at math.
And it got
Scout.
worse from there, believe it or not.
I am potatoed out.
I am potatoed out.
I'm having anxiety over eating potatoes, and that's making me mad, which is because I don't have anxiety like ever. And so because I'm anxious about something, that's making me mad, which is then feeding back into the system of I'm potatoed out, which is giving me anxiety, which is making me mad. I'm not liking this.
I do like the one comment on this video that's like, it's like if we're all as cool as Brian, like when we're having a meltdown, like the world would be a better place or something along those lines. Because even though you're on the edge, you're still just like Mr. Cool, calm, collected Brian for the most part.
It's because the rational side of my brain is always trying to dominate. And so, like, when it's dealing with an emotional response to something that it can't calculate, it's like, wait, no, that's not supposed to happen. And so that's me processing the information through the logical side of my brain.
But after 2 weeks of the living hell and torture that was potatoes, there was a light at
And
the
it was
end of the tunnel.
Ollie.
And that light was corn.
Oh, Ali.
Hi,
That's
welcome
Welcome.
to the final day.
Jessica's desk in the background, if you're wondering.
The day of reckoning.
It's the final day
The
of
end of
potatoes.
punishment.
There's no more potatoes. Wait, we have still more potatoes?
I'm gonna have to give potatoes away because
We did
bought
give
too many
potatoes
the last
away.
couple of days. I've literally barely eaten in the last day or so.
Well, so basically we made it to day 14 of potatoes.
I cut out like
And
4 minutes of
it's
stuff
been a
there.
rough go these last few days.
A rough goal.
We haven't wanted to eat anything, so we've just been force feeding ourselves potatoes. But the thing of it is we're going grocery shopping in a bit, and we're going to eat all our new nutritarian
There's my desk.
things.
All its dirtiness on it.
We're gonna buy So not
Still
only do we
dirty.
have to buy like a bunch of vegetables and like that kind of stuff, we also have to buy all of the other like not condiments but things to go along with it as well. Nuts and seeds, beans, and whatnot.
We had no idea. We had no
We're like,
clue what we
what
were
are we gonna buy?
doing.
Like salad dressings.
We were
and,
so clueless.
that kind of junk.
I just kind of like am to the point where if I try to eat potatoes while I'm swallowing, I gag. and it's kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to eat potatoes.
Market at 2:10 p.m. on July 7th, 2018. This will be the end of the potato road
Yep, focus.
we have been on. We have corn. Corn! Are you super pumped?
I'm excited. I'm also a little worried.
Why are you worried?
Because I haven't eaten anything in like 2 days. It's like really. So this is like the first thing I've actually eaten. Not to mention, this should be the first thing I've eaten that actually has any flavor to it. So I'm kind of waiting, like, you know,
Here we go.
I'm getting anxiety
ready?
almost over
Are you
this.
ready?
Yeah. Let's do this.
Okay, do it.
Right in the middle.
Wow. Just look at this
Well, is
space.
it as good as
Look
they
at this
say it
space.
will be? Is it?
Yeah, I can still taste it.
Oh, that is so vastly superior to
It's so
potato.
good. I still eat corn like this. It's like, I mean, I don't
It's
have this
really
kind of a
sweet.
reaction, but
I wouldn't say it tastes like candy, but that's because, I mean, I know what candy
Yeah.
tastes like. But it is definitely really sweet compared to anything else right now. Oh man, but no, it's good. It's really good.
There's no footage of me eating.
there is no footage of
corn.
you eating corn.
I ate the corn and I was like, oh, that's okay. But then I was eating baby carrots like they were going out of style.
Yeah.
We ate a lot of potatoes during those. I made Brian add this in there, this whole montage, because I was like, there's not enough footage of potatoes in this video.
Yep, she did.
Even when I walk past the potato aisle at the store, I cringe and have flashbacks.
Oh, you've gotten over that.
Yes, I've completely gotten over that. I no longer cringe when I look at the potatoes. I've eaten potatoes since then. You guys saw me eating on the 1 year anniversary. I ate a plain potato and I cried over it like weirdo. Yes, so it's interesting hearing this from, you know, this feedback from a year ago, because it's like that's no longer true at all.
I still want potatoes occasionally, but I will never eat a plain potato again.
I
would
did.
wish 2 weeks of plain potatoes on
You
my
definitely
enemies.
did.
That is way too evil.
Let us know in the comments below if you want to see another video about the lessons we learned from eating nothing but potatoes for 2 weeks. So after that 2-week night,
We did that video.
the funny thing about that video was we were going to make that video anyway, but we thought we'd do one of those, let us know if you want to see this video.
Comment below.
It didn't matter though, because we already had it like probably filmed by the time this video came out. We switched to what's called a nutritarian diet based on the book Eat to Live by Dr. Joel Fuhrman.
It's basically a vegan diet minus salt, oil, and sugar, or SOS, as some of the other nutritarians like to say. We've lost a combined 200 pounds since June 22nd.
People ask us all the time, are you guys nutritarians? And it's interesting because when we filmed this video, which was, like I said, at least a month before we even posted it, we were really sticking kind of more hardcore to the nutritarian thing. And then we sort of adapted it into the croc style of, like, we've adapted it over time to just fit what, you know, our lifestyle. And so we still go back to those basic principles from Eat to Live in the 6-week plan. I would say that's responsible for the success of most of our weight loss.
Yeah.
And we still do follow those principles for the most part. But we don't necessarily focus as much on like the G-bombs every single day and that kind of stuff. Which is more kind of in line with nutritarian. So we don't really know what to call ourselves, but we just know what we did, and it has worked for us and continues to work for us.
Who needs labels?
Yeah, so I think you start out doing a plan and following it pretty closely, and I recommend to people that they, you know, consult with doctors, whatever they need to do their own research, all that. Mostly this is just to cover my
Disclaimer.
disclaimer to cover us, because we're not doctors and we don't give medical advice and all that kind of stuff, and on and so forth. And sometimes, you know, we're overly cautious with saying some of that stuff to you guys. And we know if you go to your doctor, you're not going to get, you know, most doctors aren't going to give you advice on eating a plant-based diet. You're going to have to find a special doctor and that kind of stuff. But at the same time, we know that we're just two goofy people who do this and don't really have any expertise in this area other than our own experience.
Yep.
So anyway,
We make YouTube videos.
we make YouTube videos and we eat salads.
All right, continuing on. We're almost done.
Of 2018, and we're continuing to lose weight as we go along. So I'm hoping that you will all join us as we do cooking reviews, product reviews, life updates, whatever it is that we have.
What's
I
a
don't even know
cooking review?
I don't know what a cooking review is. I just said it. So.
Cooking reviews.
All right, continuing.
Happen to decide to bring to this channel. But I'm hoping that you will join us on this crazy journey that
Adventure.
we have started.
So be sure to subscribe to
down
our
at the
channel
notes.
and check out the links below to follow us on social media for all of our crazy shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
And we look forward to getting to know you as you
Here we
get to
go.
know us. Thanks for watching, and be sure to come back for our next video.
All
Can we sing the song?
Sure, let's do it. One,
sing.
two, 1, 2, 3.
Hey,
With a cross in the kitchen. With a cross in the kitchen, the kitchen. And that's it. That's it. That is the video.
That's our first video. I guess we can pull these
Yes,
out
we
now.
can pull the earbuds out now.
So, what'd you think?
That was a lot of fun going through that. I'm glad we did. It's been a long time since I've actually seen the video.
I haven't watched. I mean, I probably watched it maybe like, I don't know, 2 or 3 months after we posted it. But other than that, I haven't watched it. I've only watched it when I needed to go and find a certain segment where someone asked a question like 8 months later, and we were like, "What?" Like, or when the dark toffee, thing came up, the dark chocolate toffee thing came up. I had to go back through and look for the different. But I have not watched it.
Straight through,
like, I don't know, for a long time.
Yeah, it's just rather fascinating actually watching how it all sort of unfolded. And of course, for me as the editor, I'm like, oh man, I would totally do that different. I would do this different. But there was a lot of time and effort spent into making that video. And when we posted it, we were like, oh, okay, this is going to be kind of an interesting thing to do. Maybe some people watch it, maybe our friends and family watch it. And then, like, after it went up, we noticed that there were a lot of views and there were a lot of subs, and a lot of the subs weren't people that we knew.
Yeah.
And so we were like, huh?
It's like, it was kind of the realization of, oh, we can actually impact people with this stuff.
Yes.
We can reach people and show them that anybody can change their life.
Yeah.
You have the control, you have the power. Even if you feel totally helpless. I mean, look at us in the original footage. We weighed 800 pounds combined.
800 pounds.
Like, we have lost like 300 pounds as of now. It's just one of those things, and I don't know, we started this because we wanted to share our journey, which is now called our adventure, with just anybody who wanted to see it, because we got so many people asking us questions who were really curious about what we were doing. So we were like, and we had at that point a few recipes that we had developed, and we were like, you know what, this might be a fun way to do this. And then we were originally only going to post 1 video a week, and then we all of a sudden, there was just so much interest in it that we decided to go ahead and do 2 a week.
Yeah.
And we've pretty much stuck to that the entire year that we've been doing this. So, and we have so many plans for future videos. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
There's so many other things that we can do and share, and just getting to know you guys. And it's funny how you said that in the, what did we say in the video? Was like, we hope that you can get to know us as we get to know you. And we had no idea what that meant at that point. But it's now, they're just our friendships that have developed, and just people that we've gotten to know, and people who've shared and poured their heart and soul and stories out to us. And it's just been, it's been awesome.
It's been absolutely incredible. Like I said, the video is now almost up to 400,000 views. And we didn't expect it whatsoever.
No.
Never would have guessed in a million years that people would view it that much, and that people's lives would be impacted by it. And it's been just incredible, just absolutely incredible going through this over the last year and learning a bunch of things, meeting a lot of great people, and just, it's been a blast, absolutely been a blast. But Please find us on all of our social media sites. You can find us on Instagram and Facebook. And Jessica's trying to get more onto the Twitter and Pinterest and that kind of stuff too.
My goal is, now that we're at home a lot and we have a lot more time on our hands, I'm definitely going to try to get into Pinterest and Twitter, because I know there's people following us on Pinterest and pinning things, and I'm so bad at keeping up with it. And then I logged on to Twitter the other day and I was like, wait, we have like 450 subscribers now or something like that on Twitter, and or followers on Twitter. And I didn't even know you guys were out there. And so if you sent me anything on there, I'm sorry that I haven't paid attention to it. So I need to start updating that more often. And I've been, trying to get caught up still on the Instagram stuff. Also, we have something really exciting coming up. We have a Q&A session we're going to be doing with Ray Cronise and Juliana Hever. And if you remember, Ray was in the title of our first video as one of the people who inspired and started us on this path. He actually, known lovingly by Penn Jillette as Cray Ray, he actually was the scientist who helped Penn Jillette figure out how to lose weight, which is what inspired us to lose weight. So we probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Ray. And of course, Juliana is amazing. She's a plant-based dietitian and she has so much knowledge. We're running a Q&A session with them that we'll be filming very soon. So if you have any questions for Ray and Juliana, please let us know in the comments below, and just use #question on it, and we will include those questions in our mix to ask them during our Q&A video.
Yes. Also, I would like to point out that you guys can go to crocsinthekitchen.com. I know I don't say this one a lot. We just say linked in the description below. Please go there and check out all the hard work that Jessica has put into that website. She has been very good about just getting all the blog posts and photos and everything. It looks amazing. So please go check it out. And that's been going since we started.
Yeah.
So, also, if you have not subscribed, please do so. We greatly appreciate any of the subs that we do get. And, it's just join us in this big group that we have now and love interacting with. Also, please like and share the video if you are so inclined to do so.
You asked a lot of stuff of these people.
Please do it if you are so inclined, and get the more faces that we get this kind of a message in front of, I think the more people we can actually help. And so that's really the reason why I want people to share it, not because of any sort of other gain that we might get, but just because maybe, just maybe, like me, somebody can watch a YouTube video and be inspired to actually lose weight and change their life. But that's all I got.
That's all I got.
We will see you next time on Crocs in the Kitchen. Bye.
Wait, where's Steve?